But I'm a jerk, so I'm not going to give it to you right now. So, sit back, relax, it's story time. Now, by a show of hands, how many of you guys have ever walked through a hallway and overheard something negative being said about a friend that you didn't really agree with? I know I have. Wow, that's everyone. And now, don't raise your hands, but think about this. How many of you guys have said something negative about a person without really thinking about who was around? Now, a while back, a couple years ago, or last year, I was walking through the hallway at my high school, and I really overheard something that threw me. I had heard two kids in front of me talking about how some in their class thought it would be hilarious to mess with a substitute by pretending to have Tourette's syndrome. Now, as a person with Tourette's, all I could think whenever this was, what the heck? Because that's not right. Even though I didn't know this person, and they didn't know I was there, they had made my day a little bit worse, without even knowing. I wanted to tap them on the shoulder, but I chose not to. I just walked into my next class, feeling terrible. But I started to think about it later, and I realized something. I realized that I felt worse for those people in the hallway because they had needed to use the differences in others to make themselves feel better or just to get a laugh. And that's something that I did. Another thing that had happened to me that wasn't fun at all was a couple years ago. I was invited to a bat mitzvah, which for those of you that don't know, it's a coming of age or a rite of passage in the Jewish religion. It's a very important thing. And there's often a really awesome party to celebrate it. And I got invited to one of these, not one of my acquaintances, someone I knew from school. And it was about 2 weeks before the party. I was revving up, ready to go, ready to dance like a fool, like I always do. But unfortunately, my parents had gotten a call from the mother of the person getting bat mitzvah saying that I shouldn't come to the party because my Tourette's would scare the other kids. Now, imagine for a second how I felt. I was crushed. I felt extremely excluded. Now, I thought about it, which I do with apparently every story. And I realized that people get excluded from everything, large or small, whether it be from not inviting someone to a party to in the lunchroom, not letting someone sit at your table, or in the hallway, walking 3 steps ahead of someone because you don't want to talk to them. Really? It's not great. Now, have you guys ever been excluded? Or, take the flip side. Have you ever excluded someone? Think about it.